I went from 0 orders to like orders every day now. Hi, my name is Fisayo the Baker. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to another video, another episode, whatever we're going to call it. Welcome. How did I start my business and how has my business grown? So I started my business in like not formally, I started in 2018, but it wasn't like a business to me. Then I just knew like, oh, I actually like baking and I enjoy it. Like, it was not just helping my mom, I was actually now baking for people by myself. Then I had a group chat with some of my friends in school. Then the group chat doesn't exist anymore though, but my friends came up with the first business name I had. I remember somebody was doing promo, like a graphic designer. So the logo he did for me was almost free, but they'll share like a bit of payment, but it was almost free then. So I paid, he did the logo, and that's what I was working with. But fast forward to like being 2018, I was still in school up until 2020 that I graduated. So COVID happened, they sent us home, and then like now it was not just being in school again, I'm just doing it by the side. Because in school, it wasn't like a business. It was more like, yeah, I like doing this thing, but I was still treating it as a hobby, like for the longest time. And because I went to a private school, I couldn't really be baking in school. I couldn't be doing all of that in school. Once you're in school, except you're living close by and you want to go home, bake, bring to school, all those things. I wasn't living close to school, so that was not an option for me. Even when I was trying to think about it, things just didn't work out. So I continued. So in school, I would just, like, when I'm at home for holiday, I would make chin-chin when it's time to go to school and post on WhatsApp, and then people will buy. So I would only take the ones that people have paid for, and maybe just like 3 or 4 or at most 5 extra because of load, and I'll sell in school. I'll give the owners that have already paid in school. I remember SOP used to disturb me that time. In case you don't know what SOP is like what we call security people in my school back then. So they used to disturb me because only you like this. Why do you want to have how many bottles and how many jars of chin-chin? What are you going to do? My God helped us. Jesus reigns supreme. We conquered. Anyway, fast forward to like me finishing school in 2020. We were at home. COVID happened. They sent us home, and then like reality started to hit me after the lockdown was eased. That like, I actually have to take this cake thing at least seriously and see what can happen, because I had heard people talk about business and how like business is all they do and it's bringing them good money. So I wanted to try it for myself. A part of me felt I don't really think I'm a business person, and it's part of the things I wrote in the ebook I wrote, like a lot of things that made me delay myself. So you should get my ebook. I will link it in this video. Get my ebook. It's really, really good for business owners that want to grow their businesses, or those that have been in business for some time and they just feel stuck. My ebook would be really helpful to you, from ideas to millions of profits. Best believe, hey, after reading that book, your life is gonna change. Anyway, back to the story. So I had heard people talk about business and how they are making money from business, and I was just like, would this thing work? I felt I was not built as a business person. Like, I did not know what it's meant to have a business and to run a business, a successful business at that. So I kept doubting myself. But I think when money in my hand started finishing, God gave me brain that, Fisayo, you're going to either start doing something or you would focus on like career, like face it. And then NYSC came, I was serving, I was doing the business by the side, and then I started like, when I talk about it now, it's a summary, but when everything was happening, it did not happen this fast. So the name I had before, when I decided to register my business, I had to change the name because that name was taken. And then the whole idea of registering the business came because I wanted to put more structure in my business. More people, like not just people I knew, people that from Instagram, people that were ordering from Instagram, like people I did not know, they did not know me, they just saw, oh, this girl is doing cake. Her cakes look okay, let's try it. We're buying, and like the numbers were increasing, not like it was a lot, but like they were increasing, and I think I should put structure. So that was why I decided to register the business. My dad bought me ring light as gifts, like birthday / graduation gifts. That was what I actually asked for, because he asked what I wanted and I asked. So that was like, to me, and I felt, this man believes in me, like he's investing in my life. I still have the ring light, even though it has spoiled now, but it was very helpful. And I started putting more effort into the business. So one thing I realized, and I think you should take from this video, is that when you focus on something, it's going to grow. Like when you put your mind on something, it's going to grow. I can say this because I know when I was serving, yes, I was doing my business by the side. I mean, from work I would go to the market, I would, you know, be doing everything on the side. That was because service here, I wasn't doing a lot of work, just copper work. They'll tell you scan disease. Some other people, like some other coppers that I served with, they had a lot of work, but maybe it was just my office. I don't know. We didn't have heavy duty kind of work, so I could juggle it without running mad, even though on some days I was really tired though. So by the time I finished serving and I was just doing business, I could see the difference in my page, the reach my page was getting. I could see the difference in my bank accounts, like the way that when I was mixing it with a 9 to 5, and now that it's just business. Like I wake up in the morning after devotion and after everything, like chores, I'm focused on business. Okay, what are we doing today? Sending out orders, taking orders, discussing with people, setting up meetings, things like that. I can see how things are a lot different right now. Does not mean that if you have a job, you cannot do a business. No. What I'm just saying is that when you focus on something, like not focus like, oh, I see you. Like laser focus, like you and this, like you are sitting with this thing, like you are going to work, like I'm going to put in effort. Best believe it's going to grow. As far as the legal source of money, if you are doing Yahoo or you are doing fraudulent things, they will catch you. Amen. But like I can see how things have gotten better by like me focusing on just the business, especially because business is not something that you can do haphazardly. I mean, people do it nonchalantly and they still make some money, but you can't compare the amount of money you will be making to a business that you're doing full time to one that you're doing whenever you can, like at your convenience. They are different, totally different. So time went on, and then orders, followers, all those things were increasing for my business, and I put structure. Of course, I'm still working on it every day, like day after day, still working on it. And then I moved from buying like in small quantity or buy butter, sugar, just small sizes, to buying in bulk, because now that orders were increasing, I needed to increase like buying in bulk so that I'm able to save some money, like not waste transport like 10 times when I can just go at once or send for it at once. Because I started with 20,000 naira money I had remaining from school, like part of my pocket money that I kept from school. That's when I started this business with. I never went to meet anybody to say, please borrow me 50,000 or borrow me 100,000 or give me 10k, I will pay you back. Not because I couldn't. I mean, there are people that have done it and they will come and share testimonies and you're like, thank God, maybe I should do this too. That's fine, but there are some businesses that don't need a lot of capital to start, and this, like baking, is one of them. Like, not because you don't need money or you don't need implements to buy and use for your business, but there are just ways to go around things. If you want to do something, you will find a way around it. So I used the 20,000 naira, and this is where we are right now. Like, this is just a summary, but like this is where we are now, and I'm really grateful for how God has helped me, favored me, wisdom, and also like the ability to stay, because that's another thing to learn. That beginning part where I was posting about it, nobody had seen me do maybe many cakes or had seen a lot of pictures on my page. It was still as if, I'll post, nobody will comment, maybe 2 likes, 10 likes, like follow. Like, I was still trying to grow the page, trying to let more people know that I do this. I was giving people freebies, like I would give them just to tell them that, okay, please, can you taste this? Do you like it? What do you think? I made this. Maybe they're like, oh, you should reduce the sugar, or you should increase the sugar, or you should do this. I'm like, okay, I'll take notes. And then as time went by, things got better. I went from 0 orders to like orders every day now, and I went from juggling it with a 9 to 5 because I was serving then, and now I'm doing it like full time. Like, this is my only source of income right now, and it doesn't have to stay the same, but like there's just like there are phases to things, and for a business to grow, you need to put your mind to it. Like, even if you're not going to be there 247, can you hire somebody to work as an assistant for you, or to do a lot of the work that you cannot do all the time? Can you afford that? If you can afford that, maybe you should explore that option as well, right? And then another thing to mention for business is that consistency. I know I've said it before, but like consistency is so important, like to continue, and not just consistency like let me just post. No, the consistency should go hand in hand with value that you are bringing to the table. So as you are consistent in posting online, as you are consistent in, you know, doing the business, showing up for yourself every day, make sure you are giving people value for their money. So if somebody pays you for a bag today and you deliver quality, they refer you to 5 people, and then you deliver rubbish to them, you've done yourself dirty, and sorry for you. I mean, you can still, you know, apologize, take the next step, but when something is within your power, do the best you can do. Bring, like, put value, give people value for their money, and they will come back. That leads me to my next point as well. Like, referrals are one of the best ways you can grow as a business person. I know social media is great. It gives you the opportunity to have many eyes seeing you, seeing what you do, and buying from you. But when people trust you, like when someone trusts you and they recommend you or refer people to you, like other people they know, their family members, their friends, first of all, when they trust you, best believe they'll be telling people about it. Some people, if you don't ask, how was this, like, did you like the food you bought from me, they won't say anything, and they might have enjoyed it. So that's why you should ask for feedback. That's my next point. Ask for feedback, not just as you are growing and coming up. Even when you've grown followers online as a business person, even when you've grown millions in your account as a business person, don't get tired of asking people, what do you think? Do you like the dress that you bought from me? Do you like the bag you bought from me? Like, not just ask, oh, do you like, be interested in hearing what they have to say. Does not now mean that out of 10 people, if only one person has a problem with it, then you start changing everything. No. You gather feedback, like, over and over again. You ask people. You're asking people so that you can improve, not just to say, oh, thank you for your feedback. Thank you for your feedback. Then what? Work on their feedback. When you see that, like, it's recurring, this person said this same person, no, another person is saying the same thing, another person next week, you self, do something about it now. There's dignity in labor. Don't be ashamed of what you are doing. If you are into legit business, why are you shy? Maybe you are like an introvert, or you are more on the quiet side, you don't really want to talk, but there is money to be made though. So telling people what you do is never a bad idea. The worst thing that will happen is that they will say, oh, thank you, I don't need, like, maybe they don't need your services now, they'll just say thank you and they'll go. But tomorrow they might need it, 2 weeks later, many weeks later, many months later, they might need it, and they'll remember you. So there is dignity in labor. Like, if you're doing this business, do it, like, and do it well. Do it and be proud of yourself. You don't need to be ashamed that you're not maybe in an office and you think that means you are lost or you will never make it. Abego, the money I've made as a business owner is much more than the money I made in the entire year that I was in an office. I'm not subbing anybody, but everybody's path is different. And if you have decided that you want to do business, I advise that you put your mind down, like, put your head in the game, do it, focus, and do it well. I have a problem with people that do business shabbily. It speaks bad of you, and it's now you wasting your time. So maybe you are putting part of your time here, but even that part of the time that you're putting, you're not even able to get a lot of money from it. So why not just, no, don't put time there at all. Put time on what maybe you are more interested in. Don't do business like let's do. Even if you're going to do it side by side with something else, no problem. Maybe it's a phase. Maybe after some time you will not be able to focus on it more. No problem. But in that time that you are doing it, please do it with the whole of your heart. Do it with the whole of your heart. This video is not to try to make you feel that you're not doing enough or anything, but it's just to help you position yourself well. Thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. Bye.